All right, what's going on YouTube? Welcome to the Jim of All Trades channel. Glad you made it by. My name's Jim. I'm a crypto trader and a Forex trader. I'm here to help you understand the market from an Elliott wave perspective. We're going to jump into the charts in just a minute, guys, but I got a couple of announcements I just want to make real fast. We're going to, it's the end of the month, and the beginning of the month is coming. I'm going to give away three free memberships to the Discord for the month of November to subscribers, guys. Subscribers that comment in the videos. So we're going to have a giveaway this Sunday during Sunday night charts. I'm gonna announce the three winners of the giveaway for a free month of the Discord. Okay, and you'll have access to the second tier of the Discord. That means you'll be in the elite group, elite traders, where the setups are offered, and you'll have access to that for 1 month. And so guys, here's how you enter. You got to first hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed, and then you've got to comment. Now, I'm going to choose one. There are going to be three winners, and here are the winners. One of them is going to be a random, just a random commenter. So all you have to do is to enter is to put a comment. Secondly, I'm going to choose. This is more subjective, and I reserve the right to choose whichever comment I like the best. But it'll be the most thoughtful comment, the comment that the most thought and the most care was taken. Maybe it's adding something to the discussion. Maybe it's just a comment regarding the benefit of Elliott or your opinion, whatever, and it's going to be subjective, but the most thoughtful comment. And the third is the funniest comment. So whichever category you want to shoot for, but hit that subscribe button, guys. Hit that like button and enter into that. And this Sunday night I'll announce the three winners of the contest. Okay. With that said, we also want to share. I got a new mic working tonight. Let me know what you think of the new mic. If it sounds good to you or not, you can leave that in the comments as well. All right, we're going to jump into the charts. Don't forget, it's not financial advice. Just sharing my take on the market from an Elliott wave lens. Okay. What we're going to do tonight is share with you I've got three counts primarily that I'm looking at, and I'll share the three counts with you. And I want to warn you about all of them, really. All of them are calling for some kind of a pullback here. That after a potential pump. So we're going to ask the question first off: are we going to get that pump to 75K that I've been talking about in yesterday's video? We may or may not get that. It looks like we probably will, but I want to talk about the potentials of not getting it. Secondly, if we get that pump, what would we expect following that pump? What's going to happen after that 70 to 75K pump? What would we expect in the market, and what could happen on the macro scale? At the end of the day, guys, I am overall bullish, and I do believe we're probably heading to 100K. Okay, I think everybody believes that. Everybody's looking for 100K or more. And I saw a video from the other day. Somebody's talking about when does Bitcoin hit 12 million? I mean, really? Are you dreaming about 12 million right now and we haven't even hit 100K? I have a hard time with that. I'm just more of a rational thinker than that. In order for Bitcoin to hit 12 million, guys, the dollar has to really tank. And it's not really going to have a $12 million value. It might be compared to a worthless dollar, but I'm just not seeing $12 million, okay, for one Bitcoin. I'm just not seeing it. But who am I to say anything, guys? Who am I? That being said, so we're going to look at the counts here, and just I want to show you some things, guys, that you have to understand from an Elliott wave perspective and the way market makers move this market. And I want to warn you about a potential drop that's going to be substantial. But I also show you a couple other options where we get a drop but not so deep. So let's jump into the charts, guys. And here we go. All right. So basically, guys, what we're looking for in an impulse wave, we always look to try to find out when 5 waves is finished. Because when we see a 5-wave impulse finish, then we know that there's going to be a correction. Okay, we're going to get a 3-wave pullback that is proportional in some way to the 5-wave impulse. And this, what I've drawn on here is an Elliott wave sequence. Basically, it's the basic sequence where you get 5 waves up and 3 waves back, and that's the basic sequence that we see. And I mean, you could see that all over the chart. I could show you 5-wave sequences that happen all the time, but here's one basic one right here, a 5-wave sequence here. Now each of these waves has 5 waves, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And each of these waves will have 5 smaller subwaves within it, but there's a 5-wave sequence. Now the question is, did we already get the ABC pullback? Okay, is that all we're going to get? There's your ABC pullback, and now we're getting ready to go up. We're going up with another 5-wave sequence. Now, if that's the case, we're looking at a count something like this. And we're looking at it like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It gets us up to 120, 130K, no problem. Okay, so something like that. Now, I don't think it's going to go straight up. It'll take into April of next year to do that. We understand that it's going to take time, but nevertheless, the market it'll go up in 5 waves. Something like this. The middle wave will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I want to show you something right here. I want to point something out. Even if you're a moon boy, I want you to look at that right there. Okay, this wave I have. Let me zoom in just a little bit here so you can see it. I have this wave finishing. It might be finished. It might need one more hit to the high. Okay, make another high here about 70, anywhere from 70 to 75. But look what I have following it. Okay, it's going to be this third wave will have another 5 waves to it. So there's still a pullback of substance that's going to come. We're not just going to climb and climb and climb and go straight up. It'll impulse in 5 waves, pull back, impulse again for another 5 waves, pull back, and then impulse again. Okay, that's the way the market moves. The market moves like that over and over and over again. And so as Elliott wave traders, we know that, we understand that. We're looking for this 5 waves to be finished. Once it finishes, we're looking for a pullback. Okay, I think everybody's just thinking we're going to get to 70K, and then it's on like Donkey Kong. We'll be up to 80, and before you know it, and we'll just be Moon Boy. Well, certainly we're going to impulse up. We're going to be moving up, but okay, we understand that the market has pullbacks, and sometimes they're dramatic. In this circumstance, and here's one of the counts. Here's one of the bullish counts that I have. This is actually a 1-2 off the bottom, and what we have right now is another 1-2. It's the 1-2 of the third wave, and so this is basically a 1-2, 1-2. Elliott wave traders understand what a 1-2, 1-2 is. So there's a possible count, and the question is this one done? Is this 5 waves finished? We either say yes, it is, and I've got a count that says yes, it's done, or this is the 4th wave we just got, and we're going to get the 5th wave pump up here to anywhere from 70 to 75K in this range here. Okay, so that's kind of what we're watching here. Okay, so there's one count for you, but nonetheless, when that pump is finished, there's going to be a pullback of substance. Okay, there's going to be a pullback of substance that could come back down to about 50K, 55K in that range, about 52, 53K top of this wave or the bottom of this one. It could find its way all the way down. I doubt it's likely to get down here to 30 or 39 or 40, but that would be the deepest it could go. This count becomes invalidated as a 1-2, 1-2 once we break this low, so that becomes the invalidation of that count. Okay, so there's an option. That's a bullish scenario. Okay, that's a possibility that's on the table. Now, what else could be happening here? Well, let me put that back. See if I can get this off the table there. That off. All right, very good. Now, what else could be happening here? Well, it could be that we got the 5-wave move here. All right, now this 3-wave move isn't finished. Okay, that this ABC that we see here is just the first wave of 3 larger waves. Now we're followed by, this is a very, very, very much of a 3, it's got a 3-wave look to it, guys. A, B, C. Now C always needs 5 waves, so we'd still be looking for that 5th wave most likely. Again, I'm kind of looking for that 5th wave look. So I think we just finished the 4th, and we're moving ourselves up to the 5th wave. So I'm looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, something like that. Where we pump up here to about 73. I like the 73 to 75 range, but it could be anywhere between 70 and 75 I would say this 5th wave would be. Okay, but that could simply be an ABC to the upside, followed by a much more drastic pullback. And this structure that I'd be talking about here, I've talked about in other videos. In fact, a video a couple of last week, I said this structure, or this wave structure, is a game changer, and that's where I discuss what this is called. This is called a flat. And a flat has 3 waves to the downside. That would be called A. And the B wave becomes, if it's an expanded flat, as I'm proposing, the B wave overtakes the origin of the A wave, okay? Gets everybody bullish and FOMOing in, gets everybody foaming at the mouth. It's bull, 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 bull. And then we get 5 waves down for C. Okay, and that 5 wave can come anywhere from the 786 to the 1618 extension. So we would look for a move anywhere in this pocket right here. So anywhere from the 786 all the way down to the 1618. Man, that would be such a deep retrace. That would be scary. That would scare the market out of its wits if it made it down there. Now, I'm not here to say it's going to do that. In fact, most often Bitcoin likes to come up here to the 786 or the 1 to 1, and that would be what we call a running flat, where the C wave doesn't overtake or the end of the A wave. Okay, the B wave here, it's expanded in the sense that the B overtakes the origin of A, but the end of A down here, the C wave isn't longer than A, like normal 3 waves that we look at. So if it stops around here, the 1 to 1, around, if it comes all the way back down here to, I don't know, 38K or so, 36K, that's a possibility here, guys, that we have a flat on our hands. Now, I'm not here to tell you that's going to happen. I can't tell you if the Moon Boy count is going to happen. I don't know. But these are 2 structures that I can totally see playing out in the market. And both of these counts that I've shared with you have 3-wave pullbacks, okay? Either a small one like this, 3 waves, okay? Retesting this area here to about 54, 53K, something like that, or a 5-wave move that comes down in this region here, or all the way, it could come all the way down there. Now, I still am very bullish after both of those moves. Either one of those moves would be fine for me because I'd see a moonshot after either one of those scenarios. Now, the question is, which one is most likely? Well, I mean, really, I don't know that that's, I don't know. I mean, we can have a discussion, but really nobody can predict the future. I'm simply saying that those are 2 wave structures that are very, very common in the market. 1-2-1-2s in a very bullish market. We could get that move to the upside, or we could get this move all the way down to 36K, or even deeper. We could press 20K, and that's a likely scenario where the market often will come up, take out the top, come all the way down, take out the bottom, grab all that liquidity, and then take it. We have this saying in our group, and we say it like this: the market often goes where you think it's going to go, but it'll go there in a way you don't expect. It'll go where you think it's going, but it goes in a way that you don't expect. And I'm here just to say, guys, that these are some ways that you might not be expecting the market to move, but the market could totally move this way. And get up to 100K still, or even way over 100K to 200K, because in the grand scheme of things, we've got this 5-wave moves. We get this 3-wave pullback. After that, Elliott Wave says we're going up for another wave again, unless this correction gets complex. I don't believe we're ready for that complex move. I think we're going to be heading up. In fact, I see 2022 to be a possible strong year. A strong year for crypto, very, very possibly, especially if the Fed decides to roll out the digital dollar. I think if the digital assets begin to catch on, then crypto is going to probably move strongly next year, and that means the markets are probably going to crash. And so we're seeing this pump, this last hurrah here, so to speak, this final pump to the upside here, and then the markets might have a sustained several months where they're trending to the downside very rapidly over a period of months, all the way maybe into March or so, where we then have a recovery in March and April, maybe in the second quarter, and we begin to have a recovery, and then the market begins to take off and trend, and that's when we begin to start thinking about 100K. And often, again, the market often goes where you expect. Everybody's eyeballing 100K, but it goes in a way you don't expect. Now, I'm not here to tell you I know which way it's going to go, but here's a way it could go, and crypto moves that way. And you can see even in today's. Let me show you in today's move. You see that in action. Okay, they created a range. Right here. They went up took out this high, all right, and then they came and took out that low, and now they're on their way. Now, I think they're on their way down with a third wave right here is the way I'm thinking about it, and then they're going to be on their way up for that pump, and that'll be like a 1-2 to the upside, right? But that's the way the market moves. They'll often take out a top. Okay, this little area right there, and then boom, straight down in a matter, very quickly take out that bottom, and then go where you. Now that's small time frame movement, but they do that kind of stuff all the time on the large time frame as well. Okay, so we understand how they play. We understand how the market actually moves, and what the market makers and the whales are doing in moving the market where they're going. All right, so we know that that's a possibility as well. A final thought here is, and this is an account that I haven't spent a lot of time on, but nevertheless, this wave right here could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and now this is a wave 5 that either is finished or it needs one more hit to the high. So it's either finished here or it needs one more hit to the high, but either way, that could be a finished 5-wave move. Okay, which would be followed by a fairly deep 3-wave pullback that is proportional to that entire move. We'd put the fibs on that guy and watch the retrace of that sucker, and we'd expect it to come down to maybe about 40K again, okay, in 3 waves. Now, again, I think the market's heading to 100,000. I do. I'm bullish right now for Bitcoin. I think the market's heading that way. But I see this larger pullback, or at least some kind of a substantial pullback to 50K, 40K, maybe 38K, maybe even 20K. Just depends on the structure that begins to be developing. And we can really analyze the nature of the waves as they're developing, and we'll kind of know where they're headed once we get a couple of waves developed. But once we start getting a move, we'll kind of know. We in our Discord are even considering the idea that the move to the downside has possibly already happened. Now, we don't have. We're looking at particular wave structures, and we understand where it can go from here. But we're at least having the back of our mind that it might have already begun. Okay, it might have already begun. This might be a finished 3-wave move. It stopped at the 786, but that would be a little shallow. But still, it could do that. All right, and then we'd be looking for a downward move of 5 waves, and this is just the beginning of a 1-2, 1-2 to the downside. Now that is a possibility, guys. That is a possible that these waves right here that we see here is a 1 and a 2, a 1 and a 2 right there, and now we're beginning to head down to the downside again. For deeper waves, and we might be heading for a larger correction here. That hit to the high. It's always hard, guys. It's always hard to find it. It's always hard to know whether we're going to get it or not. We ask this question a lot. We had this funny joke in our Discord of are we going to get the hit to the high or not? Are we going to get that last hit? Are we going to get that last wave or not? A lot of times it looks like we need it and we don't get it, and a lot of times it looks like it's finished, and then we get another hit to the high. And so it's hard to tell here. It kind of looks like we need another hit to the high here, but you know what? It's possible. It is a possibility that this is 5 waves complete. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 right there. And that's done, complete, kaput, finished. We're looking for 3 waves down and then maybe back up, or a larger 5 waves to the downside. That's where I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. But I just want to tell you that while I'm very bullish and I'm projecting 100K, maybe even 200K Bitcoin in the next year, guys, in the next year. I don't think before Christmas. I really don't. I know people are thinking that. I just, no. It's not going to happen before Christmas, in my opinion. My opinion doesn't matter a whole lot, but based on my understanding of wave structure and time, I don't think 200K is on the table for this year. Probably not even 100K for this year within this time frame. That's an opinion. That's a thought. I recognize other people have different opinions and reasons why they believe 100K is just around the corner. I'm just sharing with you the reason why I don't think it's quite as close as you think it is. Because even if we get a pump here to 75 or 80K, 75K in that range, we need some time to pull back. And it's going to take that pullback, that correction is going to take weeks and months, even into the end of December. And then after that, we'll look for a pump into the first part of next year. So I think 100K is going to be a 2022 kind of thing, but not a 2021 thing. All right. With that said, those are some ideas to be thinking about on the macro scale. I don't know. I don't know what's in play on the micro scale. Basically, we're looking at this a couple of ways. This could be a 1-2, 1-2 to the downside, and that gives us a downside target, downside idea. We could also, my daughter's getting water, or my son's getting water while I'm doing my video. Sorry, guys, if you hear that from the kitchen. But with that said, if that's a 1-2, 1-2, we're going to be looking for more downside here. And this low should be broken eventually. Now, if that low isn't broken and we just get a wave to the downside and that becomes a 3-wave move to the downside, we'd be looking for an upside move. As long as this low doesn't get broken, we'd be looking for an upside move. And then possibly that pump to 75K is what we'd be watching for. So those are the two options right now that I can basically see on the small time frame, what I'm really looking for to see how this wave progresses. Does this wave progress to the downside and breaking this low, or do we come down in 3 waves and then shoot back up? Okay, I'm kind of thinking this one right here where we shoot back up. But you never know. We might just continue on to the downside. And then I think that's going to surprise a lot of people if that happened. It surprised me a little bit as well, but we're going to be able to trade with that structure. If you need help trading with those structures and need some help, with daily updates on this on the wave structure, that's what the Discord is for. I give two daily lives every day. Love to have you in there. Anybody that joins in the month of October is free, and don't forget if you're subscribed and you comment, a random commenter, a thoughtful commenter, and a funny commenter will be chosen to receive a month in the Discord for free. So even if you're already part of the Discord and you already paid for November, I'll refund that money for you, so you don't have to worry about that. So if you want to join the Discord anyway, you come on in. Patreon will charge you once you subscribe to the Discord, and November 1st will recharge you. Anybody that joins in October, I refund their money anyway. In other words, I'm going to give you the last 3 days of October for free. Excuse me. You get the last three days for free, so we'll refund that once November rolls around. But if you happen to be the winner of the contest, don't worry, we'll refund you as well, all that is due to you. With that said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this content and trying to understand as we look at wave structure where this chart might be going. Just keep in mind, the market often goes where you think it's going to go, but not in a way that you expect it to go. So be careful. Be careful. We may have a big down move coming pretty soon after a pump. The pump is, I'm still waiting to see clarity on whether that pump's going to happen or not. All right, you guys have a great night. Thanks for joining the channel. Don't forget to comment and subscribe if you want to enter in to the contest for a free month of the Gym of All Trades Discord. With that said, have a great night. Bye-bye.